All right, we're live back here for the Mustang Vision. I'm Jim Beatty. Truman Jordan will be joining me here momentarily. He's got lunch in mind as we get started here for action in Mount Vernon's second match here at the Fall Classic in Mount Vernon. As Mount Vernon took down Xavier in 2 straight sets, 25-18 and 28-26. To start the morning, and then we got to enjoy a very exciting and competitive Pleasant Valley Spartans versus the West Des Moines Valley Tigers. And the match just concluded, went 3 sets. And now Pleasant Valley remains on the court with a chance to play the home team, the Mustangs. So we'll have lots to talk about as we get to action. This is Mount Vernon number 2 in 3A playing number 3 in 5A, the Pleasant Valley Tigers, who are just they're 0-1. Mount Vernon's 1-0 on the morning. Mount Vernon has a little bit different lineup. So Lauren Schrock was on the court to start against Xavier due to that height, that 6'4", 6'5", 6'1" front line that they offer. Looks like Coach Willems has got a different setup in mind. She's got Cameron Ellison, Sydney Dennis, and Natalie Welch along the front line. Now, of course, I think Ellison will go out as Randall comes in. And in the back row standing right now, Rachel Axtell, Sarah Romberg, and Lauren Ryan. Jory Randall, of course, the libero.
Well, it looks like Cameron Ellison is starting in the right front.
So
Sydney Dennis is starting in the left front.
Left front.
I don't think they've ever started with this order.
This
before.
I'm curious to see who. So Randall's going to come in for Romberg. That's who it is. That makes sense. So front line, Welch, Ellison, Dennis. Back row for the Mustangs, Axtell, Randall, and Ryan.
No, okay. So Welch is in the right front.
Right front, yep. And Mount Vernon wins the coin flip.
Ellison is in the middle.
They'll have the serve. Mount Vernon will be home on the scoreboard. And they are in the grays on the right side of your screen. Pleasant Valley Spartans in the navy and the pink libero on the left side of your screen. As we get into action here, the third match of the day, the Mount Vernon Fall Classic here on Mustang Vision. Oh, one more communication between the down official. Actually have the same officials, officials in their position. The up official is the same as the last match. They switched after the first match.
So the Mount Vernon rotation has changed, but the official rotation is the same.
Is the same. That's right.
Our first match.
Here we go to action. Rachel Axtell. Spartan coach had to make sure that her huddle camera was set. Axtell underway. She gets the first set in, and then for an ace. Hits that off of Olivia Thompson of the Spartans.
There's no better way to start.
Spartans have a front row of Chloe Klein, Cora Ruff, and Era Cottrell. Axtell, second serve. Thompson's able to get this one. Ruff moves the ball. Handled at the net. Dennis tries to push it across. Tipped back in play by Klein. Now Welch hits it off the double block of Klein and Cottrell for the point.
So what we saw there were 3 great plays by Natalie Welch. Actually, she went over and covered the tip. And then the ball was bounced over. She saved it over there, and then she got a kill.
Axtell serving 2-0 for the Mustangs. That one's in, right on the line, called by the Valley Tiger back judge.
There's a perfect example of what I was saying earlier about the serve. Sometimes if you hit a knuckle serve, a floater, it just drops like a shot.
Axtell serving
it's like a knuckleball in baseball.
Another tough one off of the arm of Thompson. They just have to give it back off of Wood. Dennis is going to set to Natalie Welch, who goes wide this time.
just missed the line.
Line judge was right on it. Truman, I got to believe that my eyes thought that was in this time, because I thought the serve was actually out. So
no comment from your not seen as well.
I'm 0 for 2. Riley Morgan serving for the Spartans at 1-3. Cameron Ellison with an attempt, covered by the Spartans. Ooh, and then a big shot down the middle by Emily Wood. That left-handed swinging kill that she has. And Morgan to serve 2-3 for the Spartans. Floats that one in. Lauren Ryan with the pass. Dennis is going to set up Welch on the outside. And she's able to hit it through the block, and it just dies in front of the back middle.
Welch took a little bit off that one and sort of skimmed off the block and fell in front of the back row. Now, if she'd hit it hard, the back row would have been in good position.
Rotation takes Ryan and Welch out, brings in Cameron Brand to serve, and Lauren Schrock joins the front line. Brand to serve 4-2. Thompson with the pass. Oh, and Schrock blocks it at the net. Good net play by the Mustangs.
We're going to give Ellison the block because everybody's congratulating her, but
all right.
Ellison and Schrock were both there.
They were both there, yep. Brand serving 5-2.
We're blocking much better today than we have all year.
Oh, another tough one, but it was Doug, and then Doug again. Ruff got it to it. Dennis is going to set up Schrock. Hits it hard off the block. I got to believe when you start up 4-2 on a team and Schrock's not on the court yet, and then she comes in, that's a good sign, a good place to be for the Mustangs. Brand to serve 6-2.
We're starting off well.
Another tough serve by Brand. She's just throwing darts at the ankles. Then gets a nice dig. Dennis is going to set up Schrock on the tough outside. And the Spartans get around to it. Oh, and a nice dig by Schrock to save it. Now Axtell goes back row. Now Thompson just moves it across for the Spartans. Dennis is going to take it herself. Oh. That was a great pass by Axtell to put it high up over the net. Dennis sensed the hole in the defense and hit right into it. Mustangs open up a 7-2 lead.
Nobody was around. Nobody was covering Dennis, and so I don't know how people know that nobody's covering them, but she seemed to know, and there was just nothing there. She just tipped it, and it was just right in the middle.
She's so quick with that, too.
Pleasant Valley coach is very upset with her team.
She is quite animated at this moment. You can probably, in fact, I'm looking at the screen right now. You can see it as well. So here we are in early stages of the first set, match 3 of the morning here at the Mount Vernon Fall Classic. Mount Vernon taking on Pleasant Valley Spartans. Cameron Brand coming out of the timeout, serving 7-2 for the Mustangs. Deep. No communication from Morrow and Thompson, and it goes out off of Morrow. 8-2.
Another ace.
Cameron Brand has turned into quite the server.
That's our third ace of the set.
Another tough one. Thompson, now Raw. Oh, and Schrock got her hand on it.
It wasn't touched. I didn't think it was touched.
Oh, really?
I didn't think Schrock touched it.
And she pulled away like she didn't touch it, so I think you're right.
I got a different view than you got from over
there. I think the way she turned and shook her head confirms that. Brand serving 8-2. Oh, and then contact. Point to the Mustangs as Wood. I guess she's not limping. I thought she was limping at first. She and Dennis collided with Wood coming under the net, and then shook loose a strap on the far side post there.
I would have to go back and look at the instant replay on that. What happened?
I don't know. I'll make a note to go back and look at that. That might be fun to see.
But we've been playing very well. As you noted earlier, we actually saw Lauren Schrock go to the floor in the front row to make a save.
Yep.
We've been playing smart.
Dolphy calm off the bench with Coach Robin Brand. Assistant coaches there to help with the net. Oh, another nice dive by Schrock, but not able to do anything with it, and so it will be side out to the Spartans. Wood to serve at 3:10. There, they corrected the score. We were behind, we were missing a point, I should say. Axtell with the pass. Dennis is going to set up Schrock, who goes high for it, which is an opportunity for the Spartans. Morrow gets rid of it. Now Dennis is going to set up Schrock again. She goes hard this time. Off the block for the point.
I think Pleasant Valley is definitely suffering from just coming off a 3-set loss.
Well, yeah, they're going to be taxed. Joy Randall.
They played much better against Valley.
High off the block. Dennis is coming down with it. Now the Spartans find the opening back behind the defense. Nice move there by Cora Ruff.
It was a nice move by Dennis. She can get up pretty well, but their setter, Pleasant Valley setter, made an excellent choice on that dump set.
Back behind her again. Axtell with a pass. Dennis is going to set up Sarah Romberg behind. Picked up by the Spartans. 4 hits. Point to the Mustangs. Opening up a big lead here as Maddie Cranston comes in. Rachel Axtell goes out, and Sydney Dennis back to serve at 12-4. Powers that one.
Oh, nice set.
Nice a great block in the net by Sarah Romberg. Oh, and a nifty little move by Haley Weiss to get the point. She just threw it in. That's twice now that they've dumped one into that front left corner behind the defense to get the point. Side out to the Spartans. Cora Ruff to serve at 5-12. Brand with a tough pass.
Nice set. Good.
Great set by Dennis to the shot by Schrock, but the Spartans cover it. Now Dennis, Schrock's going to back set. Maddie Cranston goes wide with it. Point to the Spartans. I think that's the first time that they've got 2 points in a row in this set. Ruff serving 6-12.
Side out.
Randall, really tough to handle, but she gets it back from Schrock, moves it across the net. Now it's the Spartans' chance. Cottrell with a big shot. Handled nicely by Dennis. Now Romberg moves it across. Spartans get another chance. And at the net is Lauren Schrock to win the joust.
Schrock was all over that one.
She met Alexa Frankel and won. Side out Mustangs.
We have 2 blocks in this set. In each of the first 2 sets we played this morning, we had 2 blocks in each set. We've played several sets this year with no blocks at all, so we're blocking much better.
Lauren Ryan. Now it's Cottrell with a big swing, and she's going to hit it off of Dennis. Point to the Spartans. So they're just slowly climbing back into this match, or into this set, I should say. Weiss to serve.
Yeah, we need to keep getting side outs here.
7-13. Oh, brutal serve. Just over the tape, and Randall laying out for it, but couldn't get to it. Weiss to serve at 8-13. Wow, that was a great serve.
It was.
This one is returnable. Dennis to Natalie Welch. Puts it away.
Welch hitting out of the middle.
Natalie Welch with a good turn on a great set from Dennis. Right in her face.
This is Welch's 3rd kill of the set.
Sarah Romberg to serve at 14-8. Good serve from Romberg. Long pass. Setter had to go get it, and that set up a tough shot for Wood. Point to the Mustangs. The setter was right at the face of the net.
Oh, there's that quick arm swing from that left-hander out there, Jim, but she hit it long.
She hits it hard. Sarah Romberg, 15-8. Oh, floats one in. Thompson underneath of it for the Spartans. Now Cottrell, who hit the antenna. Valley line judge called it, as well as the up official right in his face, and now it's 16-8 Mustangs.
So we're back to an 8-point lead now.
Romberg to serve. Pops one in there. Thompson, back set from Ruff to Cottrell, and that's an easy one for her to put away.
She likes to hit from that right side, down that line.
Boy, she does. Hits into the back right.
And she's good at it, too.
Randall to Welch. Puts it hard off of the back row. Ruff got it, though. Now Dennis. Randall setting to Cranston. Got it blocked. Oh, and Dennis couldn't get around Cameron Ellison to go get it. So point to the Spartans. Now 10-16.
Time for a side out.
Thompson serving. Randall. Dennis. Tough set to Welch. He hit it off the block. And then there at the net, Cameron Ellison to put it away.
I'll give Cameron Ellison a block on that because he didn't call over the net. So.
No. Yeah, it was an overpass from Wood that got up to the net. Ellison was right there. Now Axtell serving 17-10. Tough serve again. Thompson at her feet. Oh, and then, nice work by a couple of defenders, Dennis and Ryan, to just pancake that ball off the floor. Now Ryan setting up Natalie Welch. Ruff in the back row. Thompson over to Wood. Wood with a quick swing. Oh, she touches it across the net. Now Dennis moves it across. Natalie Welch to Dennis. Oh, and to Cameron Ellison, a nifty move.
Oh, my goodness.
So instead of hitting it hard, both sides content to just tip it around. Cameron Ellison wins that one. How about the defensive play by Dennis and Ryan to get that ball up high enough to do something with it?
I don't think I've ever said this about this team before, but our front row was playing great defense today.
I don't think I've ever seen that front row go after balls down on the floor the way they are in this set.
Yeah.
18-10 right now as Spartan coach takes another timeout.
We're continuing our great play from the first match against Xavier.
My.
I
think you're right. The Spartans are probably a little, just feeling a little bit of gas after playing a 3-set match. And Mount Vernon certainly fresh legs.
Well,
and
this
fresh
is
minds.
our quadrangle. We've planned it so we get a break between each match.
Wow, this is great. This is great action. I hope you're enjoying it here on the Mustang Vision. We come back out of the timeout. Rachel Axtell to serve 18-10. There's the pass by Thompson. Ooh, and a nice block by Cameron Ellison's going to get it. Or might have been Dennis. City Dennis got it. She and Cameron Ellison at the net. Axtell to serve 19-10.
That is our first block of the set.
Another one that dives right in there for Thompson. Ruff to back set Cottrell. Cottrell off the net. Handled by the Mustangs. Now Rachel Axtell back shot. Thompson's going to set up Cottrell on the far right. Axtell with the pass. Dennis is going to bump set to Welch. Welch takes a big swing, and it goes long. Just long. She got that high little finger that she likes to hit the curveball with, and it just didn't drop enough.
She had a top spin on it, but not quite enough for it to drop.
Yep. Now Riley Morgan to serve. 11-19 for the Spartans. Randall with a pass. Dennis bump set to Welch. She went up high for it, hit it into the net. Morgan to serve at 12-19.
She hit the last one long, so she tried to make sure that didn't go long, and she hit it into the net.
Yep. Floats that one in. Randall. Pass to Dennis. Back set to Cameron Ellison off the block. Thompson gets it. Natalie Welch with another block at the net. And then another block at the net. Now Wood, touch pass. But there's Ryan on the backside of that defense. Cameron Ellison got a shot at the net. Now it's Wood at the side. Blocked by Ellison. And unable to come up with it was Ruff. Into the net it goes. It's point to the Mustangs. Great net play by the Mustangs there.
Crucial side out. We made it to 20.
Yep. And look who's coming in. Quickly becoming the serving leader for the Mustangs, Cameron Branch.
Well, in this set, I think she got 5 or 6 straight points.
Serving 20-12. That's nice. Return by Morgan. Wood high off the block. Lauren Strock saves it underneath the net. Now Rachel Axtell puts it into the back row for the Spartans. Wood quickly up to it. Now Ellison set to Sydney Dennis, gets it right back and hits it off of Paige Burst in the back row. Boy, these ladies are really communicating well on the Mustang side of the net. They're just
yes.
If you were
we have 8 kills and 4 blocks and 3 aces.
That's the old give and go.
So we've got 15 of our 21 points. So it's not like Pleasant Valley's giving us a lot.
No.
We're actually earning a lot.
We are earning them. 21-12 is the score as Brand puts that one into play. Axtell with the pass. Brand puts it across the net. Now it's the back set to Klein, and it's going to go off the block by Schrock and out of bounds. It'll be a point to the Spartans. Good play at the net there by the Spartans. Haley Weiss in as Burst goes out. There's the Wood with the serve. Overpass by Randall. Gives it back to the Spartans. At the net is Dennis and Axtell. They have to just move it across again. Now this is a back set to Klein. Off the block. Axtell with the dig. Randall with the pass. And it's Lauren Schrock with the tip. And she's going to put it away off the dive by Riley Morgan. Schrock showing her versatility.
My goodness, we had so many. Dennis made a great save off that tip. I mean, you could just name almost everybody on the court that made a great save in that point.
Haley Weiss with a big shot. Randall not able to come up with it, and it'll be a point for the Spartans.
All we have to do is play side out volleyball.
Play side out. Truman, how exciting for those of you that like to watch college volleyball action, how exciting is it going to be to see Kubik playing for Nebraska and Schrock for the University of Iowa? Sarah Romberg with a point.
Ooh.
Great set by Sydney Dennis up the middle for Sarah Romberg to put that one away.
Sarah Romberg, it seems to me, it's just maybe me, but it looks like she's jumping higher and higher every time I watch her. She's only, what, 5'8"?
There's a serve by Dennis at 23-14. Haley Weiss goes over the top of the Mustangs. Now Dennis is going to take it herself, push it all the way to the back. Ruff is going to quick set. Tight against the net.
Romberg.
She actually overset that one. It's the first setting error I think I've seen Ruff make.
Oh, 7 was in the net. I'm going to give Romberg a block anyway because she was all over that.
That was a great work at the net by Romberg. And now Dennis to serve for the set.
We're going to get that point even if she wasn't in the net.
Tough pass. Ruff back set. Randall with a dig. Now Dennis is going to set. Oh, tough from Dennis. She just set a little too far out of the reach of Sarah Romberg.
Yep.
Romberg, yeah, you're right. 5'8" is Sarah Romberg, and it'll be.
Romberg gets the hitting error, but that was because of this set.
9 set points for the Mustangs here.
I didn't realize we got to set point.
Set point as Cora Ruff serves 15-24. Oh, that was a good try by Dennis. It was a tough pass from Randall. Great serve by Ruff, and she almost got it. I think Schrock was going to put that one away. And now Ruff serving 16-24.
It was a great set, but
Randall with a pass. Now Dennis gets another chance. High up for Maddie Cranston, and the block puts it to the ground. That was Cottrell. So a couple of points in a row here for the Spartans, giving them a little life. Less about this set probably and more about how to play set 2. Ruff serving 17-24. Brand with a pass. Dennis with a quick set to Schrock. Got it blocked back at her. Now Dennis. Randall to Cranston. Cranston dug by Thompson. Now Haley Weiss tried to sneak one in, but there's the Mustangs. Now Cranston just moves it across the net. Dug by Wood. Ruff outside to Weiss. Weiss off the block. Schrock is going to go out of bounds. Another point for the Spartans. They're not going away yet.
No, they're not.
And Maggie Willems says that's enough. Let's call timeout and let's plan to put this one away on the next point.
Right. And, of course, there's always a chance that they'll serve out. Remember the third set when Pleasant Valley was playing West Des Moines Valley and both teams were serving out all the time.
Yeah, right. Well, this set has been pretty much controlled by Mount Vernon the entire way. Some mini runs by the Spartans have kept it from being a complete washout for them. But I think more importantly, when when you look at sports in general and you see a team that is in the position that they have been this entire set, and you think, okay, well, there's the potential for 2 more sets. What we have to do is we have to establish some rhythm, some momentum, and I think they've done that. So they're going to be a tough out here in this match. Here's Ruff to serve at 18-24. Randall with a good pass. This should set up well. Dennis to Cranston, but she just, Maddie Cranston. She just could not get to that ball. And now 19-24, Ruff still serving. Randall with another pass. Dennis has got a good chance here. Back sets Lauren Schrock. Blocked nicely at the net. Now Haley Weiss. She found the hole in the defense. Cameron Brand couldn't get there. And it's 20-24. Here come the Spartans.
Pleasant Valley's playing very smart, which you have to play smart if you're at set point the whole time.
Randall with a pass. Dennis with a set. Now Schrock. And a hitting error. Another quick timeout from Willems. So 3 straight points coming out of that last time out. Jory Randall handled the serves perfectly. We had excellent set opportunities, and we just could not put away the kill. One was blocked nicely at the net and then sent back over to where we couldn't handle it.
Well, they're playing
the other
very
two
well.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Spartans are playing very well. And it's now 21-24 as Willems takes her final time out of the set.
But they still have to get 3 more points to tie us, which they could do, but they have to get the serve in.
Mm-hmm.
This is good for them, though. Even if Pleasant Valley loses this set, they're starting to play the way they played against Valley.
Right.
And so they'll be, even if they lose this, they'll be much tougher in the next set.
Well, exactly. If they were tired moving into it, they'll now have some energy just from the. There's a nice dig by Randall off a tough serve. Maddie Cranston. Haley Weiss just moves it across. Cranston to Dennis. Now back to Cranston. She just has to push it across. Now the set. There's a tough set from Dennis. Now Schrock. Chance to put away, not able to come up with it now.
She was across the line.
There's Weiss. Nice dig by Randall. Cranston just moves it across the line. Wood. Shot by Cottrell doesn't work. Now Randall to Schrock to put it away. Finally. Well played on both sides of the net by both teams.
Schrock avoided swinging away wildly and just rolled it into the hole.
That senior experience, she was looking out ahead and she saw where the defensive alignment was, knew that nobody could get to it from just a simple push, and away she went. So Mount Vernon takes set 1 on the Pleasant Valley Spartans. And Spartans will have the serve to start set 2 here. Take a couple of minutes of a break for the two teams. So, Coach Williams, you got, actually Coach Williams is not in the huddle right now. She's working on her starting lineup for the second set. From a coaching perspective, Jordan Truman, you've got a lot of years of volleyball experience and expertise behind you. You've got such a dominating lead in the first set, and you see a team claw their way back before you put it away. What's the mindset from the home coach here, home coaching staff here?
Well, just settle down. The reason they came back, of course, they started playing better, but we made a lot of hitting errors.
Mm-hmm.
We either hit the ball out or started hitting the ball into the block. I have us for 8 hitting errors in that set, and I think we made 6 of them in the last 10 points.
Last 10 points, right.
So it was just, you got to regroup. We had 8 hitting errors and a double contact.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have us for any serving errors, but I had us for 3 aces and 5 blocks, which is And we
blocks.
had 11 kills. It turns out that every set we played today, we've got 11 kills. And we had 19 positive things, counting kills and blocks and aces. And we had 9 negative things. So that's a plus 10. That's actually the best we played in terms of our offensive output.
Right.
Our net offensive output was a plus 10 points, which is very good for us.
And I think some of the best defense that we saw some great defense in the first match, but some of the best defense that I've seen us play right there in that first set.
I agree, especially our front row.
Right. So Coach
our
Willems.
front row players saved a lot of balls
Yep.
that you don't necessarily expect your front row to do.
So Coach Willems is going to start with
This,
kind of the same exact lineup that we started the first set with. So you've got Cranston, Welch, and Ellison in the. Actually, Cranston's going to start in the back.
no,
So-
Dennis is starting in the back. When you see Dennis up like this, she's playing left back. So she's just backed up her rotation 1.
Right, because Axtell started with the serve in the first set. So Cranston not able to get to a great serve by Thompson to start off the second set. On the floor for the Mustangs, Ellison, Dennis, Welch, Cranston, Randall, and Ryan.
So Cranston's playing right front.
Thompson serving 1-0 to Randall. Now Dennis sets up. Natalie Welch hit it hard off of Ruff. Ruff took it to the face. Cottrell tried to get to it and couldn't, so side out to the Mustangs. Tying that up. Boy.
I think we could say she pounded that ball.
I don't know that I've ever seen Natalie Welch hit the ball that hard. Wow. And Rachel Axtell now in to serve. 1-all. Ruff sets. And equally hard, Chloe Klein comes back with one of her own. Straight to the ground. Side out to the Spartans. Riley Morgan to serve at 2-1. Axtell with a pass. Dennis, bump set. Natalie Welch, high up. Gives it to Burst, to Ruff, and then Klein hits it out. Side out Mustangs.
Nobody touched it, I guess. I always wonder about those little touches on it.
So hard to see them. Back
Well,
row.
when I was a line judge, what you used to look for was a change in the rotation of the ball. If it touches somebody's fingers, that'll affect the rotation.
Brand serving 2-all. Ruff setting up Klein, who didn't get enough on it.
All right, we just did a good job of letting them make a mistake.
Here's Brand again, running off some points. Back row for the Spartans right now. Burst, Thompson, and Morgan. Morgan with the pass. Into the middle of the defense. Dennis high up to try to tip it across. Oh, and then a big shot by Wood, but a great dig by Brand. Randall with a bump set to Lauren Schrock now in. Ruff is going to set Wood outside, and she's going to go wide with it. So the left-hander got a good swing on the first one, but it was a great dig by Cameron Brand to save the point.
It was.
And then she missed it.
So notice 2 mistakes in a row by them. We didn't do anything except play great defense.
Ruff saw the hole in the defense and hit it. So Cora Ruff and Sydney Dennis have a lot of the same qualities. And it's Emily Wood stepping back to serve at 3-4. Brand with the pass. Dennis is going to set outside to Schrock. Hit it through the block into the ground. Hit it through the double block of Klein and Ruff. Klein got most of it. Now, Jory Randall serving at 5-3. Rough pass from the Spartans. They just move it across the net. There's Axtell to Dennis. She's going to set up Schrock high at the net. Morgan gets it back. Ruff to the outstretched arm of Klein, and she couldn't come up with it again. So a couple of missed sets to Klein.
Yep, we've let them make mistakes. I think they made at least 3 mistakes I can remember right there.
Jory Randall wiping off her hands. 6-3. Wood to Ruff, back to Wood for a back row set. She tried to float one in, but Axtell was right there. Oh, and they're going to call a carry on Sarah Romberg. And it'll be side out to the Spartans. Klein to serve at 4-6. Randall with a pass. Dennis is going to set over to Schrock, who goes off the block. She took a lot off of it. And so it kept it on the Spartan side of the net off the block. Very interesting approach.
The set was close enough to the net that she didn't want to pound it because she pounded into the block. And so
right, you get it right back at her.
Play.
Great serve by Sydney Dennis for an ace. It's now 8-4 Mustangs. Dennis to serve.
So we just made two very positive things in a row, a kill and an ace. So we're back to an 8-4 lead.
Ruff outside to Weiss, picked up by Brand. Now Cranston tries to find a soft spot in the defense. Can't. Ruff outside to Weiss again. Brand off the floor. Point to the Spartans.
I think Brand is coming into her own. I think she's
around the ball.
She started as a sophomore, and she's got a few matches under her belt, and she's really playing well today.
Ruff serving 5-8. Brand with a pass. Dennis set to Schrock. Got up underneath of it, so it was kind of an awkward swing. Cottrell, kind of the same thing. Now Brand, Dennis this time to Sarah Romberg to put it away.
Sarah Romberg has got a quick arm swing when she gets a good set.
Point Mustangs. Side out. And now the rotation, standard rotation, Lauren Ryan and Lauren Schrock. Natalie Welch for Cameron Brand. Back row to front row to back row. Lauren Ryan to serve 9-5.
Oh!
Into the net.
Our first serving error in quite a while.
Side out, and Haley Weiss to serve for the Spartans at 6-9.
We need to keep getting side outs here.
Natalie Welsh passes it back over the net, so freebie for the Spartans. Oh, and Cottrell hit kind of a spinner that just dove in front of Randall, so it's 7-9, Weiss to serve. That was a tough serve on that last one by Haley Weiss. Better pass from Ryan this time. Natalie Welch puts it away right in front of Weiss.
Did you notice Natalie Welch has 2 kills in this set, and both of them she's been hitting out of the middle.
Yep.
In other words, the set brings it over, and she's the outside hitter, and she just comes over into the middle.
Romberg to serve 10-7. Good serve. Burst handles it. Ruff back set to Cottrell. Off of Romberg. Nice dig from Romberg. Dennis gets it back. Cranston moves it across the net. Thompson. Ruff's going to set up Cottrell again. This time she floats it. Ryan to Dennis. Now back to Cranston and off the block.
Yeah, right after the block.
Alexa Frankel with a nice block there for the Spartans. And now it's Thompson. Olivia Thompson to serve at 8-10. Mustangs not able to open up quite the lead.
We're letting them creep back. We were ahead 8-4 at one time.
Yeah, Cranston with the pass. Dennis. Quick set to Cameron Ellison. Handled nicely by Ruff. Now Cottrell to Dennis. Randall with the bump set to Natalie Welch. Hits it high off the block. Burst to Ruff. Now to Wood. And Wood, it goes right through the hands of Lauren Ryan.
Ruff, their setter, is an excellent defensive player, too.
She is. Good shot by Emily Wood.
They're creeping back.
9-10, Thompson to serve. Cranston with the pass. Dennis. Ooh, somehow able to get that point. I'm not sure how that happened. Dennis made an unbelievable save out of the net to get it set.
Did. I don't know how she didn't touch the net. What did they call them for? Were they in the net or what?
I don't think they called him. It was a play. Ellison was able to tip it to the court. Axtell.
Oh, Ellison should get a kill on
that? Yeah, Ellison got a kill. Axtell with the serve. Now Ellison had a block back at her. That time off of Chloe Klein. Side out to the Spartans. I'm not sure Cameron Ellison even saw the double block on that. She kind of turned late. Now Riley Morgan to serve 10-11. And some.
That ball moved funny because Jory Randall
was baffled by it. 11-all. Spartans have tied this set up. Morgan with the shot. Dennis to Natalie Welch. Off the touch. Point Mustangs side out. And here comes the rotation of Schrock and Brand as Ryan and Welch go out.
Let's see if we can pick up some points here.
Need to run
This is one of our best front rows.
And one of our best servers, Cameron Brand. Serves it deep. Now Emily Wood, and she hit it hard off of Jory Randall. Boy, if you give her a free swing.
You know, those left-handers, you got to watch out for them.
Man, she hits that ball from the left side so hard. And she steps back to serve now, 12-all. Cameron Brand with the pass. Dennis, quick set to Cameron Ellison, puts it away. She's got one of her own there.
Well, what we saw there was, what was it? A good pass, a good set. Boom.
Makes the point. Now Jory Randall serving 13-12. There's an outside set to Haley Weiss off the touch. Point to the Spartans.
Well, our short setter got up high enough to get that ball touched off the top of her.
Right. Now Chloe Klein serving at 13-all. Axtell with a bump. Dennis sets up Lauren Schrock. Handled by the Spartans. Haley Weiss moves it across. Brand now to Dennis. Dennis with a quick shot. Now Lauren Schrock puts it away. Oh, and they're going to call Sarah Romberg. Nope. Lauren Schrock in the net.
Must have hit the net.
Schrock in the net. So Klein to serve at 14-13. Oh, tough serve, but nice job by Axtell. Schrock went with the tip. Handled by the Spartans. Now back set to Sarah Romberg. Again handled by the Spartans. Outside to Haley Weiss. She tries to find a soft spot in the defense. Does. Randall gets it back. Nicely worked. Nice defensive work by the Mustangs. And they're going to get the point. Great hustle by the Mustang defense.
Cameron Brand saved that point. And only her hair crossed the line. I was watching to make sure. She made sure she didn't put her hand across the line.
Dennis with a tough serve. Ruff sets up. That was a kill down the line by, she's hidden from me still. 12, that was Alexa Frankel.
Pleasant Valley kept creeping back, and now they got a 1-point lead, and we're.
Yep. Randall with a pass. Dennis is going to set up Lauren Schrock off the top of the block. Handled by the Spartans, and then Cottrell. You cannot give her that free lane.
Oh, Cottrell really pounds that ball from the right side.
And now timeout by Maggie Willems as the Spartans have opened up a 2-point lead, 16-14 here in set 2. Mustangs own a 1-set lead, 25-21. Here in the third match at the Mustang Fall Classic. This is a great collection of high-ranked teams. A couple of number 2s, a number 3, and number 6.
So we were ahead 8-4 at one time, as I recall.
Yep.
And so we've been outscored 12-6.
12-6 since.
And it's just been done by just steady, a point here and a point there. You know, in side-out volleyball, the ball goes back and forth, a point,
Right.
a point. But then if you start serving, you say, okay, let's get 2 points on our turn. So then it's 2-1, 2-1.
And that's what
after
they've done.
A while you creep back in and you get a lead.
Yep, they've won every 2 points to every one of ours. Randall with the pass, an overpass. Dennis saves it. And Schrock able to somehow, and she stepped across the line. They're going to call Schrock across the line.
Schrock was under the net.
Boy, that was a great recovery again by Sydney Dennis to give him a half a shot. 17-14, Ruff to serve. Dennis, this time outside to Cranston. Cranston goes up for the touch shot. Thompson sets up Cottrell, and it's in. 18-14. Talked about that in set 2 or set 1, that Pleasant Valley was putting together some momentum, and they're showing it here in this set. Dennis is going to bump set Lauren Schrock. Handled nicely by Emily Wood. Now Haley Weiss puts it away off of Sydney Dennis. Another timeout going to be called here by Coach Willems, her last of the set.
Pleasant Valley's got the momentum.
19-14 is your lead right now for Pleasant Valley. They own the serve, and they've put together 4 straight points in this service line. So Coach Willems knows that they just need to win this point by point. They got to start with the side out of this timeout, and they're basically going to have to go 2 for 1 the rest of the way out to have a chance at this set.
So we were ahead 8-4. We got 6 points since then, and they've got 15.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to say that they're dominant now. So we have to.
And it's
we have
really
to just calm down and.
We just have not gotten. We have not had a clean set kill look in the last 10 points.
Right.
Whereas they've had multiple.
But then they've been digging better too.
Yep.
So they.
Ruff. Passed by Randall. Schrock hits it off the block and stays on the Spartan side of the net for the point. Hit that off the block by Weiss and Frankel. Side out to the Mustangs, so they did job 1 coming out of the timeout. Now Ryan serving at 15-19. Need a point here. Thompson dug that one nicely. Cottrell outside into the net. There's a hitting error by the Spartans.
Breaking their momentum.
Yep.
We
so
got
now
2 in a row, but we still need to get.
Ryan serving 16-19. Gets that one across. Thompson on the long pass. Ruff has to set it back.
She crossed the line.
Crossed the line is that was an extended pass or an overpass.
She did a nice set, but she just couldn't stop her foot from crossing the line. So
Ryan serving 17-19 now. Ooh, tough serve, deep. Ruff outside to Cottrell. Cottrell swinging, but had to take a lot off of it to get it in. Now Natalie Welch in off the block for the point. Mustangs to within a point.
Pleasant Valley may need to call time.
And as you called it, 18-19 is your score. Mustangs with the serve, and we go to timeout here for the Spartans. One of the things that's missing right now in our broadcast from our typical broadcast is our shout out to our sponsors. When we do these broadcasts, they are completely free to our listeners. We're so thankful for the sponsorship support in our community. We're working right now, thanks to the generosity of Don Gaffney, the support to get Mustang Vision up and running. We also are co-broadcasting most of this fall season with Mustang Cast, and so we've got a great lineup of community sponsors there. As we transition from the fall to the winter, Mustang Vision is going to set off on its own, and so we want to encourage you, if you have a business in the Mount Vernon community or really anywhere, we would love to have you be a sponsor of Mustang Vision going forward. I want to talk to Matt Tatey or Matt Meyer here in our community on ways of becoming a sponsor. Coming out of the timeout.
Well, we had 4 points in a row, and they broke our momentum, but still we're within 2.
Cottrell with the point.
So we need a side out right here.
Got to get this side out. We've got to go 2 for 1 throughout the rest of this set, and it's Haley Weiss serving at 20-18. There's the pass to Dennis. Quick set to Sarah Romberg. Not really in a good position to hit that one, so it's given back over. And there's Emily Wood off the touch. They're going to call the touch on Mount Vernon.
The line judge called a touch.
Yep. And so the point stays with the Spartans. They're
Maddie Cranston didn't claim to have touched it, so
4 points to set. There's Lauren Ryan. Dennis, quick set to Natalie Welch. Overpass. They get it back on this side. Sydney Dennis tries to go deep with it. Now Ruff's going to back set Cottrell. Cottrell up high. Dennis with the bump. Randall with the bump set to Natalie Welch. Natalie Welch puts it away off of Thompson. Great play by the Mustangs to get back that point.
That's Natalie Welch's 5th kill.
They're within 2 again. Sarah Romberg, we need another point here. Got to string together 2 in a row. Per side out. Sarah Romberg to serve, 19-21. Good serve on its way. Ruff to Cottrell. Cottrell's going to put that one away every time.
Cottrell's certainly big a bit horse for them. I mean,
6'1", tallest on the team. Actually, Chloe Klein's right there with her at 6'1".
you know, Cottrell was only hitting 146 coming into this.
Thompson
day.
serving. 22-19. Randall had to go after that one. Oh. Nobody's sure what to do with that one, and it's 2 points to set here for the Spartans.
Sydney Dennis thought that Cameron Ellison was going to get it. So
Thompson to serve, 23-19. Cranston with the pass. Dennis with a tough bump set. Natalie Welch just gets it across the net. Good work. Now Thompson bump set outside to Cottrell. Cottrell up high off the block, and that's going to be a point for the Spartans. They are now at set point. This one looking like it's going to come down to a 3rd set, our 2nd match in a row.
it certainly does.
Thompson to serve. Randall up high for it. Dennis able to get to it. Ryan able to get it across the net. This gives the advantage back to the Spartans. Quick set. Now Randall bump set outside to Cranston. Cranston down low is Bursk. Thompson up to Cottrell. Cottrell trying to put it away into the net. Little life for the Mustangs.
1 by 1, we got 20.
They're facing 5 set points, though, or at least 3. 3 to get back to it. 4 to get back to it. Axtell serving 20-24. Thompson down low to get it. Ruff back set to Cottrell to put it away, and that'll be the set.
Looked like she hit the line.
Right on the line, said the line judge from Valley, and it is on to set 3 here in match 3 of the Fall Classic in Mount Vernon. Pleasant Valley.
We got to keep the ball away from Cottrell in the 3rd set.
We do. We got to quit giving up those freebies where we just, we just push it back across the net without taking a shot at it. And so a quick break here as they do a coin flip. Sydney Dennis, Cora Ruff as captains out for the call. The down officials flipping the coin, and Cora Ruff makes the call. And it looks like the Spartans did, in fact, come up with the winning call. And we'll find out in just a second how that came out. It'd be hard for me to believe that the Spartans would give up the serve.
So, Mr. Beatty.
Yes, sir.
Would you care to guess how many kills we had in that set?
I'm going to say 11.
Well, you would be right.
11 serves, or kills, yep.
For the 4th set in a row today, we had 11 kills.
Yep.
Significant difference, we had no blocks.
No blocks in that, and we had 5 the set before.
And we had 1 ace, whereas in the 1st set we had 3. So we only had 12 positive offensive points. We had 3 hitting errors or double contacts. We had a couple of net error line calls, and we had 1 serving error. So we made 6 mistakes. That was still 6 versus, it's still a +6 horse. So
right.
But we just didn't have the momentum. We didn't have the rhythm. As you said, we were often put in a position of just pushing the ball over the net, and they were attacking. So that's what we need to reverse. And
yeah, they've got to become the aggressor in this 3rd set, and of course, 3rd set is only to 15, and so you don't have the time you do in a normal set to kind of find rhythm. You've got to just come out and manufacture points right away. And so we'll see Mount Vernon look to do that right away. On the floor for the Mustangs will be Natalie Welch, Cameron Ellison, Sydney Dennis.
So we're back to our first.
Rachel Axtell, Jory Randall, Lauren Ryan.
This is the way we started the first set with Sydney Dennis in the left front.
Spartans on the floor, Emily Wood, Cora Ruff,
So it looks
Olivia
like
Thompson.
they're serving.
I would think that they would be serving. Olivia Thompson, and then you've also got Era Cottrell, Alexa Frankel, and I think Chloe Klein. Randall with the pass. Dennis with the set to Cameron Ellison off the block and for the point.
Good start.
Side out for the Mustangs. Actually, that's Haley Weiss is the sixth on the court.
I call that the slide play, where the middle blocker runs around to the right side behind the setter, and she's hitting going away, and if she hits it off the block, the ball's momentum will take the ball out of bounds.
Cameron Brand serving 1-0. Down low to Thompson. Ruff is going to go back all the way across the floor to Era Cottrell, and she hits
Cottrell
it.
Again?
Yeah, Cottrell hard off the block by Cameron Ellison, and it stayed in for the point. Side out to the Spartans. Haley Weiss to serve. 1-all. Brand with the pass. Dennis with a tough ball to handle. Cameron Ellison has to put it away, but she cannot do so as it goes long.
So our first hitting error.
Yeah, it started with a rough pass. Weiss to serve 2-1. Cameron Brand with another tough pass. Joy Randall moves it across the net. Ruff up high. Thompson now with the bump set to Cottrell again off the block. Sydney Dennis now to Joy Randall, and Lauren Schrock handled by Haley Weiss. Ruff to Cottrell again. Rachel Axtell in the overpass. And then a nice dig by Axtell off the quick shot. Oh, and then there's the shot to the ground. Thompson somehow able to find an opening in the defense.
Well, we didn't even go up to block that.
No.
That's why it was so open. We had no block at all. Everybody was standing on the floor.
So now Weiss serving 3-1. Service error gives the ball back to the Mustangs.
Thank you.
Sarah Romberg in for Ellison.
So our serve hasn't been as an effective a weapon against them. Let's see if we can get that going.
And Randall with the serve at 2-3. Cottrell with another big shot. And Axtell, there she is again. She's had a great defensive game. Off the top of the net and beyond the outreach of Ruff, Cottrell got a hand on it. Point to the Mustangs. Randall to serve again. 3-all now.
Oh, she goes for the short serve.
Thompson gets to it. Ruff outside to Wood. Off the block. Dennis with the block attempt.
Dolphy Calm tried to pass that ball from the bench, but it didn't work.
He tried to get it back in play. He's wearing the right colors. Now Thompson with the serve at 4-3. Brand with the pass. Dennis up high to get it to Schrock. Thompson with the dig. Ruff. Brand down low to get it. Dennis up high for Schrock. Not able to get up enough on it. Now Ruff outside to Wood. She tips it across. Now there's Cameron Brand on the backside. Back set to Lauren Schrock. And she's going to get the point as she went with the touch pass. And it caught Cottrell off guard.
Off speed stuff sometimes, if the defender is set for a hard shot and you hit something off speed, you just do a stutter reaction sometimes and it rolls.
Wow. She just hits it so hard. There was Sydney Dennis serving at 4-all, but Cottrell got another look, another clean look, open
Cottrell
look.
has to go out now. Let's see if we can do something while Cottrell's out.
This is the rotation that we've got to score.
She's been killing us.
Riley Morgan to serve at 5-4 for the Spartans. Randall down low. Dennis up for Lauren Schrock. Couple of tips off the net. There's Emily Wood with a good shot. Oh, Cameron Brand overpassed, and it gave it right to Chloe Klein. She went right to the floor with it. That's a 2-point lead here in the middle of the third set. 6-4, the advantage. Riley Morgan to serve.
We need to get a side out here right now.
Oh, and another tough serve. Cameron Brand, a couple of tough passes in a row for her.
Cameron Brand's been having, I shouldn't have said anything about her coming into her own and playing better, because as soon as I said that, I know I have no effect over her, but you feel like you have this. She's been having trouble passing.
Kiki Blythe now in for Cameron Brand, just to give her a break, mental break. Lauren Schrock up high, hit it off of the face of Olivia Thompson. And she's got to go out on rotation now as the Mustangs get side out. And the point, they're down 2 still. Lauren Ryan coming in with Natalie Welch as Kiki Blythe and Lauren Schrock go out. Now Lauren Ryan. 5-7. Rough. Far side Emily Wood. She just gives up a little bit on it. Now Sydney Dennis to Natalie Welch. Oh, and a nice pancake from Wood. Now Ruff just has, and Ruff just found a lucky opening in the back row. Nobody there. Randall had to dive for it, couldn't get enough on it.
Smart move by the setter.
Great move, but yeah, that was unlikely. It looked like one of those where they were just going to overhand it to the other side. Now Emily Wood up high. Oh, and then another ace serve.
We're just not playing very well.
Now Coach Willems is going to call a timeout as they're down 9-5 here in the third set. Short set to 15, and the Mustangs have got a lot of scoring to do if they want to stay undefeated today here in the Fall Classic.
We've lost our momentum, our concentration, our intensity. It's tough to maintain. I'm not being overly critical, and I'm just pointing out it's tough to maintain that for the whole time.
Well, because normally, you look to show up and play 5-set matches. Of course, these girls are used to playing tournaments where you're playing a bunch of 3-set matches in a row. And so, regardless, they're conditioned to be able to handle it, and yet there's still that ebb and flow. And especially when a team has sucked the momentum away, it's hard. It's hard to get reestablished and to find momentum back on your side. And so, Emily Wood to serve out of the timeout at 9-5. Floats one in. Jory Randall right there. Technically sound. Now Maddie Cranston. Nice shot. Wood with a dig. Rough to Chloe Klein down the middle. That was an easy put away for Klein.
Yeah. She's pretty tall. How tall is she?
6'1".
She's 6'1"?
Yep. And Emily Wood serving 10-5. Sarah Romberg went after it and it went high and away. Now 11-5, commanding lead here in this match for the Spartans. Emily Wood to serve at 11-5. Mustangs need to stay loose here. Find a way to get this side out. There's Sarah Romberg to Maddie Cranston. It's going to be a back row shot from Natalie Welch. Rough, blocked to the net by Romberg. Outside shot to Haley Weiss, and she puts it away. Pleasant Valley fans getting boisterous.
Pleasant Valley's on a roll.
They are 12-5. They're owning everything right now. Emily Wood serving 12-5. That one's an out. Service error helps. That gets a break.
We don't have many kills. We have 4 kills and 1 hitting error, but the fact is we haven't been able to do anything offensively. They haven't let us.
Romberg with a nice serve at 6-12, and then a hitting error. No touch called. Oh, they're going to call a touch. The back line judge on the Spartan side with the call, and so it stays with the Spartans. It goes back to the Spartans on the side out. Chloe Klein to serve 13-6. Oh, another tough serve. Randall just gets it across the net. Ruff goes back set to Emily Wood. Randall with another over dig. Dennis off the net. Randall to push it. Spartans back again. This is outside to Haley Weiss, and they're going to put it away. Boy, the ball is going the Spartan way right now.
We played a little better at that point, though. You might not have noticed it because they got the point. But
yeah, each of our passes, though, were long. Here's another serve from Klein, serving for the match. Cranston with the pass. Dennis with the set. Cranston gets it across the net. This is a chance for the Spartans to put it away, and they do. Alexa Frankel. And Pleasant Valley is going to win the match. 15-6 in set 3. That makes them 1-1, and then Mount Vernon joins them at 1-1. So a tough 2-set stretch for the Mustangs. Everything went the Spartans' way there, Truman.
it did, and partly it went their way because they were playing well.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a real rhythm. They had the momentum going, and Mount Vernon, you could see Mount Vernon was becoming hesitant. People were hesitant to swing because they got, in the third set, they were hesitant to swing because they got blocked in the second set. And it's just the way it goes sometimes. We only had 4 kills.
Right.
And we only made 1 hitting error. So that's a net +3. We didn't block anything. We didn't have any aces. We just actually didn't do much. They didn't let us do anything. They controlled it pretty much the whole set.
Yep, they did control, and it was from really every aspect of the play. They were great behind the service line in those final 2 sets. Their passing was spot on. Our serving really didn't ever have them off balance from a passing perspective.
And we didn't pass very well.
We didn't pass very well. We weren't picking up their sets. They were mixing it up between some strong sets and some dying sets, or serves, I'm sorry. So it was a very well played match from Pleasant Valley, and Mount Vernon, despite dominating that first set, you could kind of see the momentum shift about halfway through, well, 2/3 of the way through that first set, and then it was all Spartans after that.
Right.
So Coach Willems gets to take the girls back and talk to them a little bit. Probably give them this next match off before they really start to focus. There's 2 matches before Mount Vernon plays the final match